Morning, sir.
Good morning, Navneet. I think we have met before.
Maybe, sir.
You
I'm not.
appear in so many mocks that you guys even forget who you have interacted with. All right. I think, yeah, aren't you in the corporate law service?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have been in corporate law service. You come from UP, Gonda. You are a chemist by education,
Yes, sir.
Bachelor of
Yes,
Science
sir.
from which IIT? I'm forgetting.
Sir, IIT Bombay.
IIT Bombay. Okay. IIT Bombay. Which is the closest bird watching area from IIT Bombay?
Sir,
Wetland is there.
nearby, sir, I am not aware of it, but nearby Sanjay Gandhi National Park is present nearby IIT Bombay.
Which river flows close to that?
Meethi River, sir.
Mithi River. Mithi
Yes,
River is any longer river or it has become a nala?
sir, it almost become a nala.
It has. So, what is the rejuvenation plan for it, Mithi River? There has been a rejuvenation plan for it. Can you share some thoughts on that?
Sir, I am not aware of such any plans. I
You
haven't
are
read about it.
okay. Okay. Since we are talking of rivers and bird watching areas and all, recently two Indian cities were given a very good distinction. They were added to a list of elite 31 cities in the country. Which were those two cities and for what?
Sir, I think Srinagar is one of those, and the second one is I forgot the name, but I read somewhere, sir. Srinagar is for I think heritage structures.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So you said one is Srinagar, the other is?
Sir, I think other is located in Madhya Pradesh somewhere. I read in the newspaper, but exactly, sir, I'm not aware of it. I
Exactly,
forgot
you
the
don't know. So, okay. So you are making a guess.
yes, sir.
All right. And okay, the economic survey is out,
Yes, sir.
right?
Just released yesterday.
So, can you give me some information what it has on agriculture and usage of fertilizers? Since you are a chemist, you may be interested in fertilizers.
Sir, I have just read the outline in the newspaper and it is focusing on nano urea development. It was focused on nano urea development and sir, I haven't read the details yet. I have to read the details.
Okay. Tell me, we are not chemical fertilizers sufficient in India.
Yes,
We
sir.
are not. Let's say you join foreign service.
Yes, sir.
So for chemicals,
Yes, sir.
for our requirements, which would be the
Yes.
countries on your radar to develop good commercial relations with?
So for the chemical fertilizers, we need raw materials like ammonia. We need raw materials like petrol, urea, and some petroleum products. So I think some Middle East, Egypt, and the Iran, these territories are very good to manufacture fertilizers.
Are they
Where
the
we,
only ones?
yes, sir.
Are they the only ones?
So not the only ones, but as the fuel and the raw materials are easily available, so the
Okay.
economies of scale and that import export can
Okay.
benefit.
Okay. DeepSeek
Yes, sir.
has really disrupted the
Yes, sir.
AI space. Okay.
Yes.
Let's not talk about the commerce of it. Let's see, let's discuss technology.
Yes, sir.
Please tell me specifically how they have been able to disrupt this technology. What is different from what OpenAI or Google they offer?
So first, in terms of cost effectiveness, it is very cheaper compared to OpenAI and Gemini. Second, sir, the way it works, it provides more exhaustive data compared to OpenAI because it has learned from the OpenAI experience. And third, sir, it provide two three better work, uh, two three better services compared to OpenAI, which I forgot the name, but it provides two three extra services, sir.
I asked you about the technical thing. You haven't given me a single.
But as artificial intelligence is not my domain, I cannot. Uh, I'm
But
not
it
able
is
to.
not my domain either, young man. I'm a pure humanities guy, but I read my newspapers well. Anyway, we'll talk about
I'll
some.
read about it, sir.
We'll
I'll read about it.
talk about something else. Anyway, don't worry. We will talk about something else. Okay. Football league is going on.
Yes, sir.
How many teams are there in the league?
So
Who was
in
the last
India,
year's winner? In India, of course. मैं यूरोपियन लीग की तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
are you talking about Indian Super League?
आप मुझे बताओ क्या है फुटबॉल के लीग को क्या कहते हैं. मुझे तो
Sir, we
मालूम.
have.
That's why I'm asking you. How many teams are playing? Who was the last year's winner?
So as far as I am able to recall, the last year's winner was, I think, Mohan
Anyway,
Bagan.
that's not. If you are not sure, please don't answer that. I
I
would.
don't follow football much. That's why I'm not aware.
All right. What is the sport that you follow?
Sir, I follow cricket and
Okay.
badminton.
Okay. Let's follow cricket.
Yes, sir.
India is likely to play in a final
Yes, sir.
of a World Cup. Which match is that?
Yes, sir. Likely to play a football. Sir, I think
Cricket. I'm talking of cricket.
yes, sir. The currently under 19 women cricket World Cup is going on. So India has a great chance to play in in the finals.
So, at what stage is India right now? With whom are they playing their match?
So,
They
I'm not aware, but they have win two three matches. I followed initially, but due to the crunch of time, I was
what
not
crunch
able
of
to follow
time?
the. So actually, the training is going on. We are being trained 6 days in a week, so we get very less time for the extracurriculars.
This is extracurricular. Remaining aware of what you want to do. Okay. Anyway, I would like to ask you one last question, and then I will rest. Okay. Uh,
Okay, sir.
have you heard of the our project to manufacture chips in India? What is that called? What is that mission called?
So the mission name is Semicon, and we have planned to manufacture with collaborating with Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea, and they have planned investment in
Has
Gujarat,
any
I think.
production started in India?
No, sir, it has not
Okay,
yet
thank you.
started.
I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, say it, please.
Hello, good morning, Navneet.
Good morning, ma'am.
Uh, Navneet, you said you read foreign newspapers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you see, or what have you read about the general, what is your feeling about the general image of India in these newspapers and the general coverage? What is the trend normally that you see? What is covered and what kind of narrative are they normally? Is it factual? Is it objective, subjective? What are your views or conclusions?
Ma'am, in Western media, I find it the content is very subjective and based on more of political rather than factual. And in when I see the South Asian region and the Global Times and the Indonesia and Manila Post or other newspapers, we find that they are more of collaborative. Global Times is also nowadays writing the pieces which is more of collaborative with India, more of
Where is Global
suggestive
Times
nature.
from? Which country is
Yes, sir.
which country is the Global Times from?
China, man.
So it's giving positive stories now.
Ma'am, recently Jaisankar and sorry, ma'am, Foreign Secretary has visited the China and they have uh, we have agreed with some principles and they are also writing pieces on the visit and they are providing that India China should do more and what are the areas we should can do more.
So it's becoming more balanced now, is it?
It is, ma'am, it is coming, but currently I won't say that it has balanced.
And the other thing about foreign media now, we are seeing that now Chat GPT had a certain angle to its, its stories. Now we
Yes,
find
ma'am.
that, or its output. Now DeepSeek has come and it has disrupted everything. But apparently, if you check anything on India, it seems to be having either it doesn't give you the output or it, is giving a biased output. So media, is this a new form of media control, you think, or censorship or whatever you want to call it? Will these also become tools for further narrative building and censoring and censorship?
Definitely, ma'am. I believe that it will create a soft power for that country, and the China deep sea AI is working for China. So piracy issue, data theft can happen, but as the details are
Working
yet
for
not come,
China? What do you mean by saying it's working for China?
as is pretty much related to Communist Party of China, as Western newspapers are being reported, they are reporting. So I'm not exactly the know the linkage, but between, but the in if companies are doing business in China, they're somewhat related with Communist Party.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't get that last bit. Say it again, please.
If companies does business in China, they are somewhat related to Communist Party of China.
Because they're not allowed to function, is it?
I think freely they are not allowed to function. They have to share data. As per the news media reports we read, they have to share data. They have to share technology. They have to share their expertise with
With the,
the Chinese native.
with the government. So it's not really a level playing field.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, one last question about the impact of President Trump's presidency in general and on the world economy and on India in particular, India-US ties.
Ma'am, in general, the Trump has taken President Trump has taken many decisions which is going to impact whole world. For example, US has exited from the climate Paris deal, and he also he has signed a paper where US will exit from WHO, and also, ma'am, the immigration crisis and other things. Directly it will impact India is like the H1B visa issue and the investments as they are as the Trump is also threatening that he will impose tariffs on India. But I believe, ma'am, we have very clear-cut collaborative relationship with the US and we have proper mechanism where we can sort out all the issues. With respect to global economy, I think we should wait for a while as the US also going, the US economy is also going down, so it will not impact much for a while.
To begin with.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, Navneet. How are you?
Hello, good morning, sir. Fine, sir.
Good morning. Navneet, what is corporate governance?
Sir, in one sentence, I'll say that following the ethical path and distributing the profits to all stakeholder.
Okay. And suppose if there is a dispute in the corporate sector,
Yes, sir.
what is the alternative dispute resolution mechanism?
So mediation channels are available and cases can go to NCLT and NCLAT and then Supreme Court, and also RD office has some powers to solve the dispute.
Okay. Uh, do you think alternative dispute resolution is basically working effectively in India?
Sir, it is working effectively. I'll say that it is improving day by day. Not as the pendency of cases in every sector we see is very large, so we cannot say that effectively working, but it is continuously improving with the from the uh, past challenges.
As we see in the foreign countries, especially let's suppose USA,
Yes, sir.
the cases are not remain pending for very long time as it remains
Yes,
in
sir.
India. What reasons do you believe are there in India behind the pendency of cases for a longer period?
Sir, as comparing with US is it will not be good for India as we have very large, we are one of the largest population in the world. Number of companies, the manpower we have is very much not comparable to US. The judges to population ratio in every domain in the US has is high compared to India, sir, and they have very much smooth process compared to India. The number of compliances, forms, and the other things are very much streamlined in US. However, we are learning day by day as MCA has passed, sorry, government has passed the Companies Act in 2013. So it will take time to resolve all the disputes and
Okay, I got your point. Suppose you are a district magistrate tomorrow, and
yes,
in
sir.
your department, juniors are accepting whatever policies you are making, with even
Yes,
if the policies are outdated, they are just
yes, sir.
accepting it just because you are senior over there. How
Yes, sir.
would you encourage your juniors to basically participate and to basically tell their feedback about the policies? How will you encourage your
Yes.
team in it?
So first of all, I'll say that I I will try to make them aware that we are not here to work for ourselves. We are here to work for 140 crore people. Keep in mind, and uh, then address the issues and address the policy and implement the policies. If you find that these policies will help the 140 crore people and last people to the last mile, then we can uh, implement the policy. If you don't find, then come back. We will review the policy and decisions. I think, sir, this way we can motivate I can motivate the juniors so that welfare state objective of welfare state can be achieved.
Do you really believe juniors will get motivated by this?
I think if I can be motivated, they can also be motivated.
Okay. Suppose in Prayagraj there is a stampede and the
Yes, sir.
government is pressurizing you for underreporting the casualty.
Yes, sir.
How will you handle that situation being an ethical administrator?
The underreporting of data in the government sector is very much present, and everyone knows. In my opinion, sir, I'll I'll not adhere to the guidelines that much, as the dignified death is a right to of every citizen. So I'll say that not by way of confronting the government that time, as we can have a disaster like situation. but after some time I can make the suggestions in the written manner to the government that we have declared underreported the data.
But they already know that they are underreporting it. If you will be telling them, what difference will it make?
Sir, if I submit a report by writing all the data and facts, I think it will make an impact, and someone sitting above me, definitely one or two colleagues will see the report and they can help in getting all things clear.
Okay. Suppose in a meeting, if your junior openly criticizes you and basically rejects your authority in a meeting, what will you do in that
Yes.
meeting?
Time.
Just a last minute, last question, sir.
So I'll listen the criticism and try, if I find that this is a genuine mistake, I'll try to clear it. But before that, I'll also make a guideline that decorum should be maintained.
Okay, Navneet. Fine. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Navneet,
Yes, sir.
today I found you wanting.
Yes,
Last
sir.
interview, we had posed you questions only on your subject.
Yes, sir.
I remember that we posed you questions on your field of present work, and you
Yes, sir.
parried those questions very well. But
Yes,
today,
sir.
I deliberately thought of keeping it to other than your field of law because we have an expert here on law. So,
Yes, sir.
but I must say that when is your interview?
Sir, 8th February.
Oh, you are just a week away. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have your task cut out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Budget, economic survey, you should be
Yes, sir.
fully aware. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the temporary responses or uninformed responses, the guesses that you made were
Allah.
wrong.
Yes, sir.
That shows there is no transparency in your persona. You want to somehow make an impression. It doesn't work. If you
Yes, sir.
don't know a question, immediately say, I'm sorry, I need to read on it. I will not be able to answer.
Okay, sir.
When you kept on saying Srinagar and this and that, you didn't know what you were talking about. Okay. So better would be that. And on budget
Yes, sir.
economy, as I mentioned, you were not there. International relations, again, you were floundering. Okay. Even in
Yes,
law,
sir.
even on law, your information was not complete. So this
Yes, sir.
week, you have just 1 week's time. You
Yes, sir.
articulate well, and please don't make statements like it is generally the case in government, underreporting is a case in government. You have no idea how the governments work.
Yes, sir.
In the age of social media, in the age of private surveillance through social media, underreporting is well nigh impossible.
Yes, sir.
So when you make statements like this, you give away the impression that you are an opinionated young man. Your mind is not open. You don't keep it open, and
Yes, sir.
you don't arrive at things without any without keeping all the things without taking into consideration all the factors. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are cynical in India. We are cynical. We don't trust anything to do with government.
Yes, sir.
NSSO data we don't like. Our whatever reports are generated by Niti Aayog, oh ये तो सरकारी है, ये सब सरकारी. Then who to believe? George Soros,
Yes, sir.
people funded by him. So you have to be very clear what you say.
Okay,
Okay?
sir.
But please don't jump on don't make any such comments like कि underreporting is the norm in the government. Without knowing the government, somebody would ask you to give examples, concrete examples with evidence.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything? No, you don't.
No, sir. I
Then
don't have.
why make and create a poor impression? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
please take care of these things. You are Since you are just a week away from your interview, no more. You are a good package. Only thing is
Yes, sir.
read newspapers critically.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at the news that happens around you
Yes,
critically.
sir.
Also a
Yes.
financial newspaper,
Yes, sir.
corporate law, law as
Yes.
such, and
Yes, sir.
national international relations. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
look more cheerful when you answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And wherever you don't know, admit that you don't know. Providing a wrong answer will discredit you more than accepting that you don't know about a particular subject. All right. So
Okay,
this is
sir.
my advice. You have a very good personality. You should do well, provided you update your gaps in the knowledge that we have discussed right now. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll read about all the
Yeah.
things.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
just
you,
add
sir.
one more point to what Sir has said. You need to be a little more energetic. You're looking so tired, your eyes were blinking, you were going in front as you're going to fall asleep. So sleep well. Don't look so tired. Your whole performance is getting affected because of your, low energy and your, blinking so much. And that's why I think you're also becoming imprecise. Sometimes
Yes,
you're
sir.
answering okay, otherwise you're just going off the point. Avoid that. The precision is required. So you only have about a week now, doesn't matter. Whatever time you have, read and listen to the question and quickly formulate your answer to the point. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
And you will do well. It's not, you have everything going for you. You are in the government already. Why are you not confident of that? Yes, you want to go higher, but you're already there. Have that confidence and that energy and that positivity. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
The
All
minute you,
right.
I'm all right and I can do better, I will do better. Go with that feeling in mind. And I wish you all the best and you'll do well.
Prof.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Navneet. Just want to add one, two more points. That first thing is that when a situational question has come, then you have told
Yes,
that I will tell to my juniors that we are working for 140 crore people. This is just a very idealistic thing or very theoretical thing you are saying. Instead of this, you would have basically suggested practical steps that you could have taken over there. Like you can have told that I can, sir, develop a interactive sessions meeting with the team, or you can tell that I can develop a feedback system, or you can tell I can have some mock drills where I will allow them to speak, so that they may not be saying because of the fear factor. I will try to remove the fear from them, and you can
yes, sir.
basically tell some practical things. And second thing, when I asked about suppose Supreme Court, why pending cases are pending in our Supreme Court, why not in USA, you were just bluffing your answer. You would have simply accept that, sir, I don't I have to look into it, I don't know about it. You would have simply told, but instead of this you were basically saying we are in a learning process, sir, we are still
Mhm.
learning, we are
That's
still
okay.
moving
Yeah.
ahead. It is basically degrading the image of India. So
Mhm.
instead of
Yes, sir.
this, you can simply say, sir, I will read more about this, I don't know, sir, simple. तो गलत बोलने की बजाय जस्ट एक्सेप्ट कि मुझे नहीं पता है. बाकी यू लिसन वेरी वेल, यू हैव अ स्टेबिलिटी इन योर थॉट पैटर्न्स. मुझे लगता है कि इन जो बातें बताई गई इनका ध्यान रखेंगे, यू कैन डू वेरी वेल. बेस्ट ऑफ लक.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.